What's up, guys and girls of YouTube? It is me, Justin Omoi, here with another video for y'all. I feel like I'm going to make a video every single day for the rest of the week. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Today's Monday. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. So yes, be on the lookout for those. This is all videos on FL Studio and how to use it. By the end of this week, you will understand everything when it comes to FL Studio. Well, not everything, but you'll know enough to, be able to create your own music, to create your own song, to mix your song, to be able to do the functions you want to do. And yeah, be sure to subscribe to my channel if you wish to, keep an update with these videos. Of course, if the videos are finished and you're watching this in the future, there's going to be a playlist here, or wherever the I button is, you'll see it, and it'll give you the playlist. Go ahead and click that if you haven't clicked it already, and you'll see all the videos in succession. So yes, without further ado, let's go ahead and get into the computer and actually show you the basics of FL Studio, the windows you need to know and understand and put on. So yes, let's get into this computer and do the do's. Do. Alright guys, we are in FL Studio as promised, of course. And here is basically all the things you will see, well, almost all of the things you will see when you are using this program. I'm going to go ahead and show you each and every one of them and what they do. Well, basically tell you their purpose for today. Next videos, I'll go over them in more detail. So yes, starting at the most important part, the settings. F10 is the hotkey to get to these settings. If not, go to options, audio settings, or MIDI, whatever setting. So yes, MIDI settings, basically the settings for MIDI. Say you have a MIDI keyboard inserted. For me, I do not have one on right now. I didn't put it in. But yes, it will come here if it's a MIDI keyboard, or up here if it's an audio interface like this. And yeah, audio settings, device. You will have to go here first and foremost and switch yourself to an ASIO device to get the best possible playback for you when you're using this program. So yes, I'm using Focusrite USB 2.0 audio driver, but if you do not have an audio interface, I highly suggest going to ASIO for all V2 or FL Studio ASIO if you are using FL Studio 12. So yes, next up we have general, basically the general settings. You'll have to go through here and read it yourself to get your best, setting for what you have with your computer. One thing I would recommend you to do is increase the number of undo levels. Basically, if you make 99 undo levels and you're like, oh, shoot, I want to undo 99 times, you could, undo 99 times. And yeah, the default is 20, but, your boy makes a lot of mistakes sometimes. So yes, file settings, this is where you'll go to add directories. Say you got extra sounds or VSTs, you will go here to, add it in the folders. External tools, same idea. I honestly don't know what external tools is. We can read about it in the help menu. I'll show you that afterwards. Project, this is basically your time signature and how close you want to zoom into your project. PPQ, what is this? Points per queue. I don't remember. But yes, 4, that's comment time. Let me do something real quick because I don't like this. Okay, cool. Anyways, yes. Info, this is where you'll go to type in your settings for your song. Say, I want the title, the name to be Pokemon, author, Bill Cosby, and genre, drugs. I don't know. Zoobity bop. So yeah, say this song and whatever. So yes, this is where you'll go to put in the title of your song, your website link, comments, and so forth. Basically, when you render it, it'll have these settings into it. Also, when you open up your project, again, it'll show you this just for, the title. Debug, don't worry about it. About, don't worry about it. Well, you could worry about it if you want, but yeah. Next up, let me tell you about the help button, F1. This will open up the help menu. This is very, good. It teaches you what I'm teaching you right now to, in more depth, which is honestly something you should get because, well, not get, but read out because that's how I learned everything, honestly. I just opened up the help menu and read everything word for word. I can't recite it, but I told you I read it. But yes, this is where you'll go if you want to learn about stuff. Say, oh, I want to move. Say, I want to learn about the mixer. Click the mixer, click F1, and there you go. It shows you the mixer and everything about it. Of course, I'm going to go into detail about it in the next videos. So if you want to wait for that, then go ahead. But if you want to learn everything and be, the best you could be, I highly recommend going in here and reading everything. It tells you everything here. Better than I probably will. So yes. Close. There we go. And yep. Next up, let's go over the little transport buttons. Play, stop, record. This is for recording automation, notes, audio, and clips. Basically, where you want to go to record your sounds. The tempo is the speed of your song and how fast you want it to be. The metronome allows you to it sets the tempo so you could help yourself in performance when it comes to MIDI, when you're playing the sounds or you're recording instruments or even recording your own voice, which is kind of instrument in the same way too. Wait for input, basically wait for the key to be pressed before it starts recording, which is good if you want to, wait for it and then bam. So yes, 3, 2, 1, countdown before record. So it's going to say countdown 4, 3, 2, 1. I stopped it. And basically with this off, it'll immediately record when you press the space bar unless this button, wait for input, is selected. Blend recording overdub. Basically, if you record a audio track and then you have this selected and you record over it, it will add instead of replace the old notes. I like it a lot. Loop recording, say you have a song looped. I double click to highlight, by the way. It will record, and instead of stopping it, it'll start another recording, another one. Basically, this is good if you want to layer your tracks or you don't want to stop and then press it again to record. So yes. Then we have keyboard typing to piano. So I'll go over that just now. These are basically extra parts. The snap, it sets the rule. So let's say I want to record at 1/4 of a beat. Notice that over here changed as well. And that's how it is. It's supposed to be like that. We have different steps, different styles. For me, I'm gonna leave it at 1/4 beat. So yes. That's basically the transport tools and all you'll have to know up here. This is very essential when it comes to actually playing back your song and recording and so such. You'll see soon. Yep. Next up, we have the browser. This browser over here at the left. Notice I could click and move it away. That's because when you right click, you get the alternative, size. Right click at the edge, you get the alternate size. But I put mine all the way over here, so when I right click, it hides. So I'm gonna put it here, right click, gone. Right click, there. Anyways, browser, this is where you're gonna be able to find the sounds you want in your FL Studio. Say I go to drums, kicks. Okay, but yeah, you could basically click and drag the sound into the pattern or channel rack. I'll go over that just now. Let me go ahead and just drag some sounds. Okay, chromo, and of course a snare. Oh, that sounds dope. Okay, anyways, this is where you want to go for sounds or extra directories. And yep, that's basically for all. Here's the current project. It shows you what's in your project. Like say we have the three sounds right here. These are basically showing you what's in your project. Say this one has a limiter, parametric EQ, sound gooder,izer, reverb, and bam, it's right here. These are the effects I'm using to record right now, so you can hear me at a good, tangible level. And then Edison, where I record my stuff. Boom, boom, 10 minutes passed. Okay, and then we have the plugin database. Basically, this is where you go to find plugins that you inserted into your computer and you want to drop in. Say I got Isotope. You won't have it unless you installed it. Same with Waves plugins, Scarlet plugins, VST3s, and so on. Remember Spitfish, the syllabants. You'll know if you see my other videos, but look, it's right here. You just take it, click it, drop it in, and yep. So salat, salt, pop, swila, syllabant. So yes, I might as well put that on there. This is also where you could go for generators, which is basically sounds that you could play in the pattern list. I'll go over that just now. And yep, that's basically it for the browser. I'm going to right click and hide it. Bam. I said bam. Okay, move. Right click and hide it. Bam. There you go. And yep, since I was talking about the generator, let's go ahead and go into the channel rack now, the pattern list, aka the channel rack. The key, the hotkey for that, shortcut key, is F6. F6 hides it. Of course, when you see this blinking, basically, this is the button you could click instead of F6 to show and hide it. Also, note that over there by right here where my mouse is, look here. See, it says F6. Just like the playlist, which is this is F5. F5, it hides. You could just click this instead. All right, the pattern list, aka channel rack, is where you will have your sounds. See that? If you hold Control and click, you'll be able to preview the sound. So yes, these little squares indicate, different parts of the measure. I just put it on one for every beat. Oh, wait. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, I have to select it in the pattern mode. So I click that. We could go ahead and turn off the metronome now. 1, 2, 3, 4. So, and then the hats will be 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and snares. As basically, the gist of what you do with these. There's different types as well. So I'm going to go ahead and go right click, insert, and these are basically your generators, aka, some plugins for sounds. I'm going to go ahead and click the 3X oscillator. This comes with FL Studio. Click, bam. This is where you'll go to, have different sounds. Remember this button I was talking about, typing keyboard to piano keyboard? Basically, when you use this, you can use your computer keyboard. Oops. You can use your computer keyboard as a piano keyboard. See, I'm typing on the keyboard. Oops, I pressed spacebar again. But yes, if you play that back, you'll see why I'm laughing. Anyways, yes. Notice how when I press a note on here, it's just one C note. It's not, different notes like. That's when we go into the piano roll, which is another window that we have to know about. The hotkey for piano roll is F7. Notice it's right here as well. F7. This is where we could go to input notes to make it sound dope. Dun. I don't know. I'm just throwing in random notes now. Anyways, that's where we'll go. You could also click on the piano notes here to bring it up and double click to, make it bigger or whatever. But this is where you go to edit notes, insert different notes and styles. You could even do this to, different sounds. Like let's say the hi-hats, right? Click piano roll, click, and then let's scroll down to the notes. We could change the pitch. Yep. Notice how it went into a second measure because I, inserted something there. See, it's over here. But when it's gone, it's undoed. But yeah, anyways, delete. Yep. And then you can also use this button here to change these into the piano roll mode. So, it's better visually to you if you like it that way. And you can go back to step sequencer. You might notice these numbers here. These are actually tracking into the mixer. So say let's put this in track 6, insert 6. Notice it's there. Kick 7, 7. That's what it does. You also have a volume knob, which will change the volume. They have the panning knob. So let's lower this, put this one on the right, lower down. And then you also have the mute solo, which is tap, tap, tap. Anyways, that's to mute solo the tracks if you want it, don't want it in the song. And yeah, just to, listen to it. There's also, going into the mixer as well. And yep. All right, now that we have our channel rack, we understand that. Let's go into the playlist. Basically, it's the same thing except we put our patterns in there. I'm holding Alt and scrolling up to zoom to expand. Open, close, open. So yes, Control does the same thing, but horizontally. Middle click, go over there, or you can use these. Same thing, use this over here at the right, top right. Anyways, yes, this is where you go if you want to insert patterns. Say, let's get a different one, pattern 2. Look at that, pattern 2 is here. You could play it. So yes, this is where we go to actually create our song. Notice how, we have the patterns here. This is, sorry. So this is like a 47-second song right here. See, it says 46 here. If yours look like this, just click it. It'll turn into, minute, second counts. So yes, this is where we go to create songs. Basically, everything we do in the patterns or we want to record will be recorded in here. Let me go ahead and hit record. I'm going to put on to record on my vocals. I'll show you this in a later video, but yeah. And hit play. Yo. It's Dennis the Menace. You already know how I kill it. I rip it. I do this thing on every single Saturday. I make Saturday. Subscribe, nigga. Subscribe. Look at you see the vocals are there. Pokey man, the Pokey in the man. It's Dennis the Menace. You already know how I kill it. And see, it's over here. It's not in the track, so I could put it here. Or I could press Control and L to select it and put it into my own track. It's Dennis the Menace. You already know how I kill it. I rip it. So yes, delete that. Kind of embarrassing. But yes, that's basically it for the playlist. There's more. I'm going to go more into detail, like I said, with everything else in future videos, which will be along this week. Last but not least, we have the mixer window. The mixer window is where all these sounds from the pattern and the playlist will go into here, and then you will then mix it up. This is where you add in effects. You could, add reverb and delay and limiter, compressor, equalizer, and etc. Basically, all these sounds go into here before they go into the master. You can also, tell it not to go into the master. So look, I'm telling it not to go into the master. See how that is? But yes, these are where these sounds will go, and you could control the volume panning. Of course, you could do it here too, but over here it'll do it in a different way. Signal flows. But yes, this is what the mixer does. It's the almost to last part before you finish. Well, actually, it is the last thing you'll do before the output is affected. Of course, go into the master and add in effects there as well. That's how everything I'm doing here in the mixer right now, everything that I play, these go into the master. And being that I'm using a recorder to record Edison, it's playing everything and being recorded. That's how you hear me right now. Almost 20 minutes, so I'm going to go ahead. Okay, now it is 20 minutes. I'm going to go ahead and end the video here. This is basically everything you need to know. The browser, the transport, the playlist right here, the pattern, channel rack, and the mixer. So that's the gist of it. Of course, please hit the F1 button. I'm not going to hit it now because last time I made a video, which was, the last take, I hit F1 and it just closed my whole program down because I had too much things going on. Anyways, this is it. This is the things you have to learn. The basics, necessities you need to know about FL Studio. So, yep. All right, guys, that's it. By the end of this video, you should know the understandings of, the main windows in FL Studio. The playlist, the browser, the mixer, the piano roll, transport buttons, and so on. Be sure to like this video if you do like the video. Leave me a comment if this helped you. If it did not, then, write in the comment. If you got a question, be sure to ask me in the comment section below. And I, as well as other people who, comment and, want to talk, they will answer your question. Of course, I'll hit you up probably first. Depends. Also, be sure to hit subscribe if you wish to stay in contact with my future updated videos, as well as if you want to learn about your artistry and improve it, whether it be vocals, equipment, music programs like this. Well, I'm only using one program, but how to understand the digital audio workstation, literary devices, and so much more. There's so many things to do, so many things to learn, and so much to apply. And for those who are already subscribed to me, be sure, if you don't want to miss out in any future update videos, like any videos, be sure to click on the gear icon if you are using the PC. There's a gear icon right next to my name in my channel. Click that, and then you'll see a checkbox that says show every notification for this channel. Be sure to click that and then hit OK. And then the next time I put up a video, you will be notified on your phone or, device, email-wise. It'll tell you, hey, this dude, bro, he just updated a video. If you have the YouTube app, I believe it'll give you that notification easier. So you could just tap it and watch my video and learn and improve and, see my stupidity when I put out some stupidity videos. If you're on the phone, it should be a bell icon. If not, it's still a gear icon. Click that and you'll get the same result. So, with that being said, thank you all for watching again. My name is Justin Omoi. And with that being said, peace.